All right, Detroit, we are back. So we are here at the beginning of the 24-25 regular season. Now, I do want to update you guys. I did some looking off camera. I also made a move off camera. So Jamie Drysdale didn't get a bump. We saw him still at 84. He was 23 years old. I just don't think he was going to actually turn into the superstar defenseman that we wanted him to be. So what we went and did, now these are the starting forward lines for this season. Casper did make it, and actually this Christian Vesalainen guy that I signed as a random guy jumped up to 81, so he made the NHL squad as well. But a move I made, I traded Jamie Drysdale and got Shea Theodore in return. Now, I think that's a massive move for this team. It puts a superstar next to Sider with the abilities, with the X factors. So I think that's really going to help this squad. And also, he's not like he's 29, but he's probably got 3, maybe 4 good years left on him because he still has his elite exact and he'll have it for a couple more years. So I think that really helps our team for the future, for at least the next 2 to 3 years. And then hopefully Edvinsson could take that spot. As far as the rest of the team goes, I do have it fully set up the way it's going to be set up for this season. Now, I did go over here. Now, we need to sign, so we have Emil Viro and Etienne Morin that are both defensemen. So I went into the AHL and or I went into free agency and signed 2 of them, but these synergies really don't work well for us down here. Now, I don't think there's any way we can get no minuses because Morin doesn't fit anywhere. And that really hurts. So I do want to see if he can grow. He's top 6 medium, which, like, if we could have a guy with Send It in the NHL, even on the third line, I think that would be really big. I don't think it's going to hurt us too much, even though because we have the 78 here. I don't think it's too bad. We definitely want to get Brestovich. He's got top 4 medium. We definitely want to get him growing, so I got him on the second line. Wallander and Johansson, same thing. I mean, I can't put them together because they have the -3 if they play together, which really sucks. But I think it should be okay. Now, we do have 2 forwards that are going to sign with us here, so it won't be too bad. I think we're still going to have a pretty dominating AHL squad, but thing is, we are up here at the first game of the NHL season. So what I do want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to sim the first week. Hopefully that, because we'll be able to see, where's that first AHL game? It's up here. So we're going to go ahead and simulate up to the Capitals Day. Let's see, the Nashville Predators. We do take the game off of 2-1, so that's really nice. We win game 1 of the season. That's really good. Let's see, so Helenin accepted and Maggio accepted. Those are the AHL 4th line wingers that we wanted to grab up. So let's go ahead and get into edit lines, switch over to the AHL, and then we can go ahead and get those guys in. So what we're going to go ahead and do is in the AHL, just to make it easier on us, we are going to go ahead and go head coach preferred lines. Now, the changes I'm going to make is Soderblom is going to go up here. Other than that, though, everything looks good. This is a very good AHL squad. As far as defense goes, I mean, it would be a -3. I don't want to give it a -3. You know what? Right there isn't too bad. Get McIsaac with Brestovich, Wallman with Johansson, Wallander with Barton. I'm cool with that. All -1s, they should still be decent. And then the other thing that I noticed, so Nedeljkovic, I am going to make a trade for him here early in this video. For someone who should actually be playing AHL, but Kosa's up at an 81, so he is going to be the backup for the NHL this year. But going back to the AHL, we're going to go ahead and move Nedeljkovic, and we're going to grab an AHL goalie. I think Bednar, I actually want to make the starter because he simulates really well. So we're going to go ahead and go to trade players. Let's go ahead and add Nedeljkovic in there. All right, so we got Nedeljkovic in there. Let's go ahead and see if there's a team that wants him. Who wants him? The Dallas Stars want him. Sounds good to me. Let's see. You guys got... We could take like a Brian Elliott. How many years left? Only 1 year left? Yeah, we could take a Brian Elliott. Let him finish out the season in the AHL with us. And or we could take this Oskari Salminen guy. Yeah, let's take Salminen. Dallas will be over cap. Over by 1.2 million as well. Do they have a contract I can just take for this year? Let's see. Any 1 years left that's not great contracts with not much trade value? Let's see. Someone like one of these guys. Roddick Fox I could take. They want to get rid of Smith. Let's take Smith. That'll make it work. So Nedeljkovic for Salminen and Smith. That should go through. There we go. All right. So we did move his contract. So let's go ahead and go to roster moves here. Now, I don't think we actually have to make roster moves. I think it's going to be, yeah, Salminen actually. So Kosa and Salminen need to swap. There we go. Let's go ahead and edit lines. Edit NHL lines. And let's go ahead and get the goalies taken care of. Kosa needs to go in here. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to select him. And then we go AHL. And we need to get Salminen in here. So Van Pottelberg is still that full backup. Bednar is basically the same as him, and he should perform well in the AHL. So, I am good with this. Let's go ahead and get to some simulation here. Now, we did start off 1-0. It was a 2-1 win, so it looks like defense worked well against the Nashville Predators. Craig Smith, it shows as 1 game played. I think that's glitched out. Oh, 3 games played because we got him from a different team. So he's definitely going to drop off of there probably after the next game. But yeah, let's go ahead and simulate through October and see how we're looking at after the first month. So we got a game against Capitals here. They are 2-0. We're 1-0, and we do win 3-0. That's really nice. So Florida Panthers, we got a big game, divisional game here, and Roslovic has been injured. So let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and move Veleno up. Ooh. What about Casper? Does he give? He gives a -2 as well. What about Rasmussen? Nothing. Okay, we can go ahead and toss Rasmussen up there. Should be okay. Maybe Casper third line. That's a -1. What about Vesalainen? That's a -1. Jeannot, that's a 0. So let's go ahead and move Jeannot up. And then we are going to go ahead and toss in. Let's see. Craig Smith, not an awful option. Donskoy is pretty good. Let's go ahead and toss Donskoy in there. I'm good with that. It's a -1. Let's see if it stays a -1 when we switch. It does stay on -1, but it should be very temporary. So let's go ahead and get back to the simulation. Florida game. It's not going to show us, but we are 4-0. We're scoring goals, and the most we've given up is 2. That's big. So let's go ahead and get through Ottawa and New Jersey. Let's see, 3-2 Ottawa. 7-1 win, but then a 4-0 loss. So we did give up some goals here, but we're 5-1. That's a good start. Let's go ahead and get through the Senators again. Hopefully another win. And it's a 6-3 loss. Jack Roslovic is back though, so we're back to our good lines. So let's go ahead and take Donskoy out. And let's go ahead and get Jack Roslovic back in here. All right, there we are. Now we move that with that and that with that. There we go. All right. So I don't really want to check stats yet. I would like to get through about 20 games before I check some stats, and we're 5-2, so that's not too bad. Let's see. So we do have Canadians, Sabres, and Maple Leafs here coming up. So we have the Sabres, who are in a wildcard spot, 5-3. They're doing pretty good. We have so we have 6 teams with 5 wins. That's really interesting. The Maple Leafs have 4 wins, and the Canadians have 2. So we should be able to take this next game. Let's go ahead and get past it. Let's see, 6-2, hopefully. 6-2, 4-3 overtime win. Sounds good to me. Now, Buffalo and Toronto are going to be pretty difficult because we got the Sabres at 5-4 and Toronto at 5-2-2. So, what I'm going to do here is Buffalo, I'm going to skip right past, but Toronto, we are going to watch in game. Let's see, Buffalo, hopefully get a dub here, 7-2 maybe. 6-3, 4-1 loss, not too great, but Maple Leafs are sitting at the top, but we have 3 teams at 14, 3 teams at 12. So let's see how we do here against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're going to hop in here. And let's just go period by period and see how we're doing. So first period, Toronto's up 2-0. Tavares and LeBanc. Second period, we do get a goal back with Raymond. And third period, we do get a goal back with Line. So we do take it into overtime. That is nice to see. Overtime. And they take it in overtime with Rasmus Sundin. But we took them to overtime, so we do get a point off them. Now they do jump up to 16, and we're only at 13, which we don't really want to give them any points. But we did get a point off of it, which means we didn't just lose. So that's really good. And now I'm thinking, where are the Lightning sitting? The Lightning are 6-6. We're 6-3-1. So they do have 2 games on us. Let's go ahead and get up to that one. We can go ahead and see how we perform in there. How about against the Kings? How are the Kings looking? We do take a win off the Kings. That's nice. 7-3-1. How about the Rangers? They're a bad team so far. Let's hopefully take one off them. 3-2 loss. All right. So Lightning have won their last 2 games, but they are 2 games ahead of us, and we could catch them in the standings here with this win, actually pass them. So let's see if we can take this game off of them. First period, we do go up by 1. Larkin with a power play goal. Second period, they do tie it up with Alexander Edler, really. Third period, we do score 2 and we win. Larkin gets 2 in the game, and Kubalik gets 1. So not looking half bad here. Let's go ahead and hop back into simulation here. We are going to do that kind of simulation for divisional games. So it looks like we got the Caps and the Knights, but the next divisional game is Florida. So let's go ahead and get up to that one. The 3-1 win over Tampa Bay is pretty good. We still push them back in the division a little bit. Don't give them any points. Let's see against the Capitals again. We did beat them earlier on in the year. We lose in overtime. That's okay. How about the Knights? We do win against, so 9-4-2. Pretty good so far. And the Panthers are 12-5. So they are definitely getting up there. They're 4 points ahead of us in the division. So let's go ahead and see how we perform against them getting in here. Let's go ahead and sim the first period. They are up 2-1, but Sider gets a goal. Second period, they do get another one with Lundell. And third period, we do get 1 back, but it's just not enough. We do lose 4-2 against the Panthers. So that's not too great. That'll definitely push them farther ahead of us in the standings. Colin Miller has been injured. So let's see what we're looking at here. Let's see, let's go to defense. Let's go ahead and move Valimaki up with Miller. And then who do we have? So we have, oh, what? I don't like that at all. All right, so we're going to have to replace Connor Clifton with Colin Miller when he comes back. Edmondson hasn't been playing at all, which I don't like. So let's go ahead and hop up to this Montreal game. All right, so Shea Theodore does go down to an injury, which ain't good. because now we might have to make some we might have to make some roster moves here. Let's go ahead and get Miller up top. Let's go ahead and bring up Edvinsson. Does Clifton get a plus up there? No. So let's go ahead and bring up Edvinsson. I don't think we have another defenseman down here to replace him with. We don't. So we're going to have to go to roster moves. And we're going to have to bring up a defenseman. I wish I could see from here what our injury is looking like, but let's see. So defenseman here. Now let's go ahead and bring up Wallander. We're gonna have to do some we can do best NHL lines, because when we got this many injuries all at once, it's so difficult to do it all. Beauvillier up here, Veleno up here, Kubalik up here. Okay, we can go ahead and run it like that for now. Defense. Yeah, we're going to have to run it like that. So let's go ahead. I mean, the injury bug is hitting us hard. We lose against Calgary. Let's go ahead and see how this game plays out. We were 9-4-2, I think, maybe 9-5-2. So we're definitely going down here, but injuries really hurt. Montreal scores a goal. Montreal scores 2 more, and they just absolutely rip us apart with our defense really lacking now, which it is very lacking after those 2 injuries. And there's not really anything we can do about it at this point, because we're not trading to upgrade people that we need to move back down anyway. So let's just go ahead and get some simulation in here. Hopefully these guys come back and our team starts performing again. We are on a 4-game, 5-game losing streak, so that's really tough. Game against Boston here, which would be good. So Shea Theodore, let's go ahead and edit lines manually, get him back in there. And defense here, now we're taking out, see, this is the part about injuries that is so frustrating to play with, is let's go ahead and get Shea Theodore. Now we don't want Wallander scratched in the NHL, so let's go ahead and get Keandre Miller back up there. Connor Clifton with Edvinsson. Now I know it's going to have Wallander scratched here. Casper is also scratched, which we don't want. So let's go ahead and get Craig Smith out for Marco Casper. Alright, get Casper back in there. There we go. Alright, let's see. Casper, 78 face-offs for Rasmussen. Yeah, so we get Casper there. That's good with me. Now let's go ahead on defense. I think we're good. Let's go look at scratched again. So we want to make sure Wallander is actually playing. So options, we go to roster moves. Let's bring Wallander back down in the system. All right, defenseman. So we want Wallander back down. So let's go ahead and get him back into the AHL. Now, the problem is I have to cancel here, and we're going to have to... Okay, never mind, I don't have to cancel. We can go to AHL here again. Go to defense. And let's go ahead and take Barton out for Wallander. Actually, do I want to do that? I don't think so. Let's see. Morin. I mean, I want Morin playing. I want Brestovich playing. Barton, yeah, I guess we're just going to take Barton out for Wallander. Man, the synergies down here are just god-awful. -3 on both of those. Is there any way to change that a bit? Brestovich down here. What about like that? What happens if I do this? That's a -3 on the second line, which I don't want to do. Alright, so I guess we'll run it like this. Go ahead and go back to the NHL. We got Shea Theodore back. I think we're good here. So who's our last guy that's scratched? Is Colin Miller. So we're definitely going to want to get Miller back in there for Clifton when Miller is healthy again. Let's see. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to get Miller back in for Clifton, but we can go ahead and back out and simulate some more. So we've got a decent team stacked up here. We took a 7-3 loss, so we're just on a losing streak here. We haven't won again We haven't won a game in almost 2 weeks. Actually, it will be. It's over 2 weeks now that we haven't won a game. Let's go ahead and get through this month, because there's not really much else we're going to be doing here. We need another defenseman to not go down. We need to stay healthy here. Now, 2 wins in a row with Theodore back in the lineup. And Dylan Larkin is injured. This is so tedious, man. Dealing with the injury in this game gets so tedious. Let's go ahead and move Valeno up so that they can still get their pluses. Let's go ahead and move Casper up. No minuses here. And let's go ahead and toss in, we're going to do Donskoy again. There we go. And we can put Rasmussen down the middle. I'm okay with this. But we do have 2 injuries here plaguing us again. But yeah, I mean, this first line is really going to struggle. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be really tough here. We got a lot of injuries hitting us all at once, over and over again. We did take a win against the Knights, which is big. See if we can get one off of San Jose. He was like, holy crap, man. Tanner Janelle goes down to an injury, so this is just really hurting us. Let's go ahead and get Vesalainen up there. It's going to be a -1. There's not really much I'm going to be able to do about it. Let's go ahead and get Craig Smith in there. All right. There we go. All right, come on. Stop bugging out on me, please. We take 2 losses in a row. Injuries just really killing our season here. Top line center being injured really, really sucks. Let's go ahead and get the games against him. That's a loss. We're going to do best lines for now until after the 17th, just so I know that a lot of people, so Tanner should know. Go best lines for now. All right. Get out of there. Stop, stop, stop. We take a win against New Jersey. So let's go ahead and get back in here and make the lines what we want them again. So Larkin was out for many games, but he is still the point leader, which is interesting. Let me go ahead and get a drink of water really quick. All right, so we do have Larkin up here, but same kind of thing again. Beauvillier and Vesalainen need to switch. Vesalainen and Smith need to switch. Now, who is under scratch? Let's see. So Casper, we definitely need to get in there. Let's go ahead and take out Smith for Casper. And there we go. So Casper for Jeannot. Casper down the middle. There we go. Can we get Valeno? Yeah, let's get Valeno up with Rasmussen and Vesalainen. Now, am I able to get Kubalik on this line? There we go. So Rasmussen with Valeno and Kubalik. Jeannot, Casper, and Vesalainen. There we go. Make sure defense is good. Let's try it like that. There we go. We got pluses on every chemistry as well. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I am good with that. Let's go ahead and check the goalies. So Husso, not doing great. Kosa, really not doing good. So Kosa's definitely hurting us up here. Let's go ahead and get through some more simulation, because that's pretty much what this video is for. So let's go ahead and hop through another month. Hopefully injury bug doesn't plague us again. I'm gonna knock for good luck, or for no jinx at least. Game against the Wild, under 500, and we take that win. Carolina, good team, firepower team, we know that. So our defense couldn't keep them off the board. How about Toronto? Same thing. Our defense did keep them off the board, so that's not too bad. I mean, our okay, so this is what we want to do, is we want to get Colin Miller back in. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Clifton out and get Colin Miller in. Let's see, hopefully that could, yeah, okay, we still get our pluses, so that's good. Let's see, how's the stop line doing? -7 and -8. Whoa. Okay, let's go ahead and get Valimaki up there. Let's play Theodore with Miller. Let's see if maybe that'll help. Okay. Gonna see game against Florida. We do take off, and Montreal we take. That's good. We're on a 3-game win streak here, and we're playing well defensively. So let's go ahead and get into January now. Let's go another month. Let's see, 17, 14, and 3. I'll go ahead and stop at the halfway mark. So at that game against Anaheim, we'll go ahead and stop there and check stats. See how everybody's doing on the team. We are at 19, 16, and 3 so far, so not great, but our division looks very competitive. We got 2 big wins there with 13 goals in 2 games. We do take another loss, but if we can get like 2 or 3 and then a loss, 2 or 3 and then a loss, we are going to be doing really well for the season. So let's go ahead and get one more win here, and then I'm okay with another loss. Let's see. We got another win. All right, Chicago. We got another win. That's really good. We're climbing now. We're climbing. Edmonton, it's a good team. Very good team. We just can't stop Edmonton, but we do take the game off Minnesota. Luke Glendening has been injured. He's in the AHL. I'm going to head coach replace player. We are about halfway through here, so I'm going to stop Sim. It is going to play the Colorado game. That's a shootout loss. So that's the thing is, look at our division. 54 points would put us 3rd place in that division, 3rd place in that division, and 3rd place in that division. So our division is definitely the hardest division in hockey right now. The bottom team is only 1 game under 500, which is crazy. The only other division like that is this division, but they have a lot of teams around 500, like a lot of average teams. So we can't really count that. This division has at least 3 games above 500 are all teams except for the bottom team. So that's really tough. We got a very tough division, but wild card should be a relatively easy run here, except for the Canadians and Bruins. They could easily take it. But we are now about halfway through the season. Let's go ahead and take a look at stats. So Dylan Larkin is our point leader. We would expect that with his 2 goal scorers on the first line. Let's see, he's about a point per game. Hopefully Laine is scoring some goals. Laine's got 19, so not bad. He's on pace for about 40. That's really good. And Philip Zadina is actually on pace for some good points. It looks like that second line might be giving up a lot of goals, though. So Zadina, Sider's a -9, Beauvillier is a -5. But we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus players out of 18, which is pretty good. So honestly, I think we're on an upward trajectory with the team now being healthy. Kosa's at 4 and 5, so he has won his most recent games. I know he had like six games played and no wins. So he definitely has won a majority of his recent games. And Husso up at 21, 15, and 4. Could be better, but could be worse. So I think we're good. I think we're good to keep pushing forward. I think this is definitely going to be a playoff team. And our players are only getting better. So let's go ahead and get through at least to the trade deadline. We'll go ahead and take a look at what the possibilities are. But let's go ahead and get to the trade deadline. So got a game against Nashville and Anaheim here, 2 Western Conference teams. So not as big, but we would like to get some points, hopefully 2. We don't get any points against those. We got Anaheim coming up again here soon, so maybe we can take 2 off them this time. Giovanni Smith is injured. I'm just going to head coach, replace player. Luke Glendening, we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and manually replace Luke Glendening in here. So let's see, Vero, we definitely, oh man, this is brutal. This down here is real brutal. All right. So scratch, let's go ahead and get Glendening back in there. All right, get Glendening up here. Barton, we can toss on the bottom line for now. That's fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but hopefully when the next guy comes back, we can go ahead and toss him here. Now, I think, let's go ahead and go to scratched again. Yeah, I mean, so we have an injured, player up here. Yeah, Giovanni Smith. So the rest of these guys are goalies and defensemen. All right, let's back out. We're gonna have to cancel Sim here because it's gonna bug out that we came out of the AHL. AHL's 2018 and 4, so not as good as it has been, but still above 500, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and hop back over to the NHL and let's get this last month done. Hopefully we can get above 30 wins here. Ducks are a good team. Let's see how we play against them. 3-2 loss again, man. We're just a really streaky team, Vancouver. We do take a game off of the Kraken. It's a bad team. We should. 5-2 loss, but we win against the Edmonton Oilers, which is a very good team. Let's go ahead and get through San Jose here. We do take another win. We want above 30 wins at the end of this month, so let's go ahead and get some wins here. Kraken, good team to win against. There we go. Dallas. We have a whole Western Conference trip here. 8-4 loss against Dallas. Etienne Morin, he never actually came out, so it was a single game injury. Colorado's a good team. We take a loss against them. We need at least two. We want these 2 wins right here. Dallas, we win against, and St. Louis, we take an overtime loss. Now, we are only 1 point above. Oh, man, we're dropping out of a playoff spot here. What the heck? What is going on? All right. So, 31, 26, and 5. I mean, honestly, we have a great team. I don't know why this is happening. I think we just have to stick with this team and see what's going on. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm officially just saying we're not doing anything in the trade deadline. We got to make the playoffs with this team. We've put so much into it. Keep current trade block. Continue simming. It's going to take a while to keep simming because the whole trade deadline has to go through. Let's go ahead and get through this. I mean, we're 1 point behind. They've just made it to overtime a crap ton of times. They have 10 overtime losses. So they're definitely, that's the reason there. Let's take this game off of Boston. That would be big. We still give them a point. They're underneath us. We can't be giving them points. Take a win off the Flyers. That's good. We're only 1 point behind the playoff spot here. We do get a win. That might push us up into it. How about the Rangers here? Bad team. We should take these games. And we just lose. The Islanders. We do take a win there. That's big. All right, let's see. We got to get to 40 wins here. We got to get a bit of a streak going here. There we go. We got a 3-win streak, 36. We're tied with both teams there. We got to beat the Bruins. Big game here. Got to beat them. Got to beat them. We beat them. Columbus Blue Jackets. And we are on a streak here. We have won a lot of games recently. We do take a loss against Arizona, but they are a good team. It's probably going to simulate past Toronto. But look at that. We are at 84 points. The next team underneath us is going to be the Panthers at 81. Let's see. So do we have any big games here where we don't want to give up any points? It'll be the Panthers. The Senators are already up there. And the Sabres are already up there. So really our big game is against the Panthers. So let's just go ahead and keep simulating here and see what happens. We take a point off of Carolina. That's good. We take a win off Arizona. That's good. We're at 40 wins. We haven't clinched yet. Etienne Morin, we can just head coach replace player. Carolina, big to take a game here. We do. Pittsburgh, we got a bad team, 2 in a row. It'd be good to take 2 points. Oh, we just can't get any points. Hopefully that doesn't hurt us here. Ottawa, we take a game off of. That's big. Florida, we need to beat. Florida, we need to beat. Need to beat. We beat them and we beat Buffalo. All right, so 95-point season, 44, 33, 31, and 7. So we had a 95-point season. I think that was the exact same as last season. I think we were 43, 31, and 6, or 43, 31, and 8 last season, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So I think we had, or maybe 43, 31, and 9. It was something like that. We had, like, I think it was either 94 or 95 points. We take the first wild card spot, so we know we are in the playoffs here. So let's go ahead and advance here. Simulate up today. Etienne Morin is available. We're just going to continue here. Let's go ahead and keep going. See when the NHL regular season ends. We do still have a lot of teams at 81, but we can't get past here. We did clinch. So let's go ahead and we are against the exact same team. Oh man. All right. This is a tough Hmm. All right, I mean, we got Carolina again, so I don't think there's any changes we want to make. Let's go ahead and do a season wrap-up of the points. So, team leaders and points here. We got Dylan Larkin at 80, so that's really nice. He finished with 80. That is good for us. Patrick Laine at 77. That is good, plus 19. And Raymond. So that first line is heavily producing for us. Now that third line with Dominic Kubalik is a minus 14. That is not too good. So let's see how our other let's see our defenseman. I mean, so Sider was a 0 at 49 points. That's not good. But Shea Theodore was a plus 11, so that's pretty good. He had 51 points. That's really good out of our defenseman. Let's go ahead and look at our goalies here. So Kosa definitely played decent for us as a backup, 9-7-1. He picked it up. 36 wins from Husso is pretty good. So let's go ahead and look at the playoff tree. Before we get into the playoffs, we are going to do playoffs in this video since we're only at about 36 minutes on this recording. It looks pretty similar except for Caps and Bolts in that top spot. And the Maple Leafs didn't make the playoffs. Interesting. So they left Austin Matthews to free agency, and that really hurt them. So let's go ahead and get into the playoffs here. We got Carolina again. They were a good team again, but they're slow as of recent, and we are hot, 6-3-1, and they're 4-6. So let's go ahead and hop into game one. Once again, we're going to do the same thing, sim the first two periods. If it's a blowout, we're just going to sim the third period. If it's close, we are going to go ahead and do the real-time sim. So we first period here, it is 0-0. Second period here, 1-0. They have Connor Bedard, who's really gonna, he probably grew a lot more too. Third period here, and they win 1-0. So our defense definitely got better against this team. I can't look at player info here, but holy crap, man, this is gonna be insane. Connor Bedard up there, that's gonna be big. April 26th. Injuries are so frustrating in this game. Holy. All right, you know what? We're just going to hurry sim it. Shea Theodore being out really hurts us, and that's out for at least the next 4 games. We do get a win here. Another loss. Salmonin's been injured. Wow, these injuries are just killing us, man. Let's see, we're down 2-1, 2-2. Shea Theodore is fully healed. Let's go ahead and get him back in there. We're 2-2 in the series. So we're right where we were last season with these guys. Let's go ahead and we're taking out Clifton for Shea Theodore. So let's go ahead and get him in there like that. Yeah. I'm good with these lines. All right, let's back out. I want to cancel the sim right away. Giovanni Smith is fully healed. We can just continue on that. Okay, so we take a 3-2 series lead. All right, so we are going to slow sim these to see how these individual games go. Now, we only need 1 out of the next 2 to get to round 2. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. First period. They get 3 goals in the first period. Kane, Slavin, and Carlson. Second period, we do get 1 back with Veleno. Let's go ahead and real-time sim this. We could pull this back. Let's see. They're on a, oh, and Marty Natchez scores. Let's see what we're looking at here. All right, so we lose 5-2. We're going to game 7. That is unfortunate. Let's see how this goes. We got to game 7 with them this time. All right, so let's go. First period. We're up 1-0. Moritz Seider got a short-handed goal. Period 2. We're still up 1. Zadina. Kane got a goal. It's going to be a hard team to keep down, but we're out shooting them by 20 shots. Wow. All right. Come on. There we go. Larkin with a goal. We might get to round 2 here, guys. 15 minutes left. 14. All right. We're on pace here. 10 minutes left. Here we go. Let's keep up the pressure here. There we go. 37 shots. We score again. Dylan Larkin again on Kochetkov. 3 minutes left, and Detroit seals a round 2 appearance here. Back to year 1. We do seal a second round appearance here. So let's go ahead and get into the second round. Now we did go all 7, so it's only going to be a 1-day break. Let's go ahead and continue that. All right, so we are against the Capitals, who also won in 7. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, for playoffs here, we're going to simulate up to the 4th game. Depending on how it goes, we will then jump into games, but let's see. So game 1 against Washington. Let's see. We do take a 3-2 loss. Game 2, 1-0 overtime win. Wallander I never pulled him out, so we are up 2-1. So let's go ahead and get past this one. We're up 3-1. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this game. We are on series games now at this point. So let's go ahead. Period 1. We are up 2-1. Kubalik and Beauvillier. Graves did score for Washington. Let's see. Period 2. All right. And period 3, we're going to go ahead and real-time sim. We got a power play. Oh, we could have taken advantage there. Put it away. See if we can secure a conference final appearance, and Patrick Laine with a power play goal. So I knew this team was good. For some reason, the regular season, they weren't too hot, but I knew this team was good. We got Kakkonen in net, and Patrick Laine scores again. We're really getting production from our top line in the playoffs here. 4 minutes away from now. We did a minute and a half. I don't think they're going to get 2, and Roslovic buries the empty netter to secure a round 3 conference final visit for the Detroit Red Wings. So this is interesting here. This year, the season was looking a little grim there in the first round, but we are now 8-4. So we did take Washington. We lost game 1 and then went ahead and won the next 4. So let's go ahead and keep advancing. We are a good team here. I do like this. So let's go ahead and keep going. Did the AHL team make it? The AHL team, it looks like, got eliminated right there. Let's see. Yeah, they got eliminated right there in 5 games, but they made it to the second round, which is good. So we are up against the Buffalo Sabres, who have not lost a game in the playoffs yet. All right, so same thing. Sim up to game 4, see how we're sitting. We take a 9-2 win against Buffalo. All right, we've handed them their first 2 losses. 1 game was a little shaky, and other than that, it seems like we've really handled their offense. So we're going to go ahead and get this next game simulated. Let's see. 4-3 overtime loss, so it's 2-2 in the series. We're going to go ahead and jump in when it's match points. There we go. All right, we are up 3-2 in the series. So let's go ahead and hop in here and see if we can take it. First period. Buffalo does go up 1-0. Alex Tuck gets a power play goal. Second period. Gostisbehere gets a goal. All right, let's go ahead and real-time sim the third period. We did not get many shots on them power play. It's a long one, and they get a short-handed goal. All right, so we're going to finish off this third period here. We do get 2 back with Edvinsson and Veleno, but not enough. So it looks like we are... Are we going to game 6 or 7? I think we might be going to game 7, if I remember correctly. We are. Game 7 of the conference finals. So we have scored some goals against them. I don't think that's not possible. We've got a Colorado and Edmonton final over there in game 7 as well. So let's go ahead and hop in here against Buffalo. They are going to have home ice here. Period 1. No goals. Period 2. They do get 1 with Lindback. And period 3, let's go ahead and real-time sim. We got a power play. Come on, top line needs to show up in this third period. Come on. Halfway over. Oh, it's halfway over. Let's see. We can do this. I know we can. And Lucas Raymond. All right, pause this in. Pause it. 3.5 minutes left. We're hopping in here. We got conference finals, game 7, CPU versus CPU. So they have Per Lindbach, who's got Superstar X Factor zone ability. They got Reese Hancock, who's got him as well, and a 91 overall Daleen. All right, so let's go ahead and get this going. I'll catch you guys when we're in the game. All right, and here we are. We are in here with the third period, last 3 minutes, and that was a close chance already. Tanner Jeannot is out there. Let's go ahead and see how this plays out. So we are on broadcast instead of true broadcast, so we can be a little closer into the action. Now, I don't know if it's smart to have our fourth line out here for the end of the third period. Maybe we're trying to not get scored on here and just take it into overtime. We'll see. Keandre Miller up to Tanner Jeannot. They're having trouble breaking it out, but Vesalainen does gain entry into the zone. He shoots, and Vesalainen scores. 1 minute left in the third period, Game 7 of the conference finals. Can the Red Wings hold on and get themselves back to a Stanley Cup final? Let's see. We got 1:14 left, and we have the top line out there now. They have their X Factors out there. Moritz Seider gains entry, tries to make a move. Larkin gets the puck deep. They got a minute left. 1 minute left in the Buffalo Sabres season. 1 minute left until the Red Wings could potentially make the Stanley Cup final for the first time since 2008-2009. Patrick Laine takes it. Best way to kill off this time is going to be in the offensive zone. Larkin works it. Oh, he tries to go to the point, but Druin intercepts it. Daleen. Lindback with the X Factor. They have an empty net here. Lindback can't make it past Valimaki. Seider up to Roslovic. Over to Beauvillier. And Beauvillier. Oh, he can't bury it. Beauvillier kicks it deep. Lindback intercepts it. 22 seconds left. Tage Thompson breaking up the side. Moritz Seider puts the body into him. Roslovic can't get the puck out. Tage Thompson drew in. Oh, it's intercepted. Roslovic. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left, and Seider to Raymond. Seider ices the game. The Red Wings make the Stanley Cup final. Look at that. The Red Wings are back to their complete winning ways under GM Muggs. 5 seconds left, all but over. Let's go ahead and just watch that. Roslovic wins it back to Theodore. Theodore to Beauvillier. And the Red Wings make it to the Stanley Cup final. Would you look at that? That is big. All right. So let's go ahead and hop through this. Look at that. Captain Larkin shaking the hands. We've got a good squad here, boys. We got a good squad here. Wales Trophy winners. Alrighty. He doesn't want that Wales Trophy though. He wants the Stanley Cup. And the rest of the game here at EA Sports, I'm James Cebulski. Good night. All right, let's go ahead and hop back into it. We are now in the Stanley Cup final. Is it the Edmonton Oilers or the Colorado Avalanche? Both powerhouse teams. Let's see how this goes. All right, so we are here. We are facing the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. Does Larkin get his ring, or does McDavid get his? All right, so what we're going to go ahead and do here, once again, get up to game 4. See how this goes. 6-4 win. 6-2 win and a 2-1 overtime loss. So we're up 2-1. Let's go ahead and go here. Do we get it to... Oh, boys and girls, we have 3 chances to win the Stanley Cup. 3 chances here. Period 1. Edmonton goes up 2-0. McDavid gets a power play goal. Broberg. Period 2. We get a goal back with Roslovic. Now, We do have a chance here. I want to see if they bring it back. Let's see. Connor McDavid puts it away by 2. Another power play. Goes by the wayside, though. Another power play goes by the wayside. Got to get one quick, Detroit, if you want back in this game and win it here. Dang. Looks like it's going to game 5. Or this was game 5. We're up 3-1. So it looks like it's going to game 6. We have 2 chances. Just got to keep McDavid off that score sheet. If we can go ahead and neutralize McDavid, I think the cup is ours. I really do. All right, let's get up to game number 6 here. We're on home ice. We are on home ice. Period number 1. Detroit scores 3. Edmonton does score 2, so they're within 1. But Detroit scores 3. That's big. Period number 2. Detroit scores 2. Edvinsson and Roslovic put it 3 goals ahead. Boys and girls. Let's see how this third period plays out. They have a power play. We kill it off. We kill it off. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 7, 8 minutes. Connor McDavid brings it close. And the final 4 minutes, let's go ahead and hop in and watch. Now, I have all of our settings. McDavid 97, Draisaitl 96. This is big here. Let's see how this goes. CPU versus CPU game and select. Let's see. All right, we have all the settings we need. We have the camera angle we need. Let's hop into it. The Red Wings just can't give up 2 here. We're on home ice. Do the Red Wings bring home the cup on home ice in year number 3? Here we are. Veleno with Rasmussen out on the ice. Keandre Miller with Shea Theodore. Get the puck deep. That kills off some time here. Broberg out with Evander Kane. Kane taking it into the offensive zone. Over to Matt Lavoie. Lavoie gets it taken off, but Kane strips it. Adam Larson over to Broberg. Down to Nugent Hopkins. The Nuge. Stripped by Keandre Miller. Breaks out to Rasmussen. Out to Kubalik, who tries to go down the middle. Gets poked off. Lavoie poked off of him. It's not many chances being generated here. Good shot, but good save. See what we got here. Corner battle. Nugent. Oh, can't make it out middle. Rasmussen behind the net to Theodore. Over to Kubalik. A minute and a half. Veleno. He could have made it past the defenseman. Oh. Evander Kane. Turns to Matt Lavoie. Gets bodied off the puck. Nuge gets it back, but Theodore has it back. Rasmussen breaks it out into the offensive zone. Rasmussen killing off time with puck possession in. Oh, and Thompson makes the save, but only a minute left. Only a minute left here. The cup is in the building. 2 goals in 1 minute. Is it doable by Edmonton to send it into game number 7 at home? Or does Detroit take it in 6 at their home ice? Dylan Larkin with 31 points in the playoffs. He's having a big playoff here. He's out on the ice. He wants that last shift. Captain wants to be out on the ice for when the game ends. Yamamoto gets bodied off the puck. Empty net for the Oilers. Lucas Raymond wheels it around Dylan Larkin with his gold wheels. Oh, he tries to make it in. Line. Oh, what a block shot. Nurse blocks it with his head. Oh, here we go. All right, 40 seconds. Larkin pressuring Yamamoto. Larkin, Raymond. Oh, he gets a stick lifted, but a penalty on Edmonton. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds left in the season. It's all but a formality here. The Red Wings in year number 3. Dylan Larkin at the helm as captain with key moves like bringing in the bona fide goal scorer like Line. Thompson saves it from being completely iced, but I think it is just too much. Edmonton has to kill off a penalty here with 30 seconds left. I think it's all but formality here. Larkin, Beauvillier, and Raymond on the ice. Larkin does lose a face-off, but 2 goals in 30 seconds on the penalty kill. Beauvillier tied up on the boards, even kills more time. Seider to retrieve the puck, 20 seconds left. Beauvillier over to Seider, cross ice to Raymond, 15 left on the clock. Raymond gets hit hard. Larkin tries to center it, and they ice the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Detroit Red Wings, in year number 3, have won the Stanley Cup. Now, I knew they were a good team, but they were a wild card team coming into the playoffs, and they got through all rounds, through all adversity. They bring home the cup. 8 seconds left. 7. Laine clears it over to Raymond. Raymond over to Larkin, and the cup is back in Detroit.
What's going through your mind as you see the cup come out? Jealousy, but also to see who's going to get to hold the thing over their head first. Oh, captain, my captain. Here comes Cap to collect the cup. And for the very first time, you can only imagine the emotion coursing through him. He'll have the cup just like in his dreams.